Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a very unsurprisingly sunny Mallorca this sunny Sunday afternoon. I never thought I'd say that today. I have to admit, I'm just going to pan the camera around. We're going for a sunset walk today. Should be quite a nice one. Check this out. And look, you can see where I am. I'm right down here on the Playa de Palma. I'm right outside balneario number 14. Let me just put the camera on the wall. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me just crouch down here. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, my goodness, I wanted to put your mind at rest. I know we've had a lot of rain this weekend. We've had storms. You would have seen it in the press. You would have seen the Facebook reels about it. You've seen everything on social media about it. And you've probably seen some scary headlines, particularly if you are coming over this week. I've just been bitten as well. I just want to add as well, just this second, I've just been bitten. But you can see behind me how quickly the weather can change and how quickly it does change over here too. I wanted to bring you some sunshine this afternoon. It may well be raining somewhere else on the island. I know Porto Poyensa has been hit pretty badly this weekend. I know the East Coast, Cala area has been hit pretty badly this weekend too. But apart from a massive, huge rainstorm that we had over here in Palma today, it's cleared up. It's actually looking quite nice. So should we turn the camera around and let's go for a walk along the Playa de Palma, and we're going to head on in the direction of Cala Estancia. We're going to head through Pastilla too. Anyway, let me grab the camera. You can also see as well, I'm still in my shorts and t-shirt. It's like 26 degrees and I put my jeans on. And at this time of year, I always take a pair of shorts in the car or vice versa, because you just don't know how hot it's going to be. And today it's very, very warm, and I'm very surprised because I did start the day today wearing a fleece. It was the temperature did drop quite significantly after we had the rain this morning, but it's warmed up rather nicely. And I know it's hard to believe over here, but people have returned to the beach, and we'll see that a little bit further on as we head on in the direction of Pastilla. Now, I also have to say as well, my goodness, I see some super chats waiting for me too. Let me just have a very quick look here. Oh guys, bless you. James, thank you very much for yours. Tommy, thank you very much for your super chat. Robin, you loved Palma Nova. Have you been and gone? Or have you watched my video this afternoon? Because I was actually going to live stream over in Palma Nova, but I had a video which I recorded a couple of days ago when the admin team from the Majorca Under the Sun Facebook group were out, and I thought I'd put it out today. I thought everyone would like to see a little bit of sunshine today, and I wasn't sure if I could even live stream today, which is why I actually saved that video for today. I didn't know what we're going to have weather-wise, but I think you're coming out, Robin, aren't you, towards the end of the month, I think. But look, lots of people are coming out here this afternoon for a little afternoon stroll. And powering towards me here, look, we've got the land train here, this city sightseeing train, which heads right from Pastilla all the way down to the far end of Arenal. Who else have we got? Gaz and Jules, bless you, thank you so much. I hope you guys are well too. Yes, we are doing fine here. Sorry I didn't go out and film any of it. It wasn't actually that bad yesterday. It wasn't really anything worth filming storm-wise. And I didn't want to obviously go to the other side of the island, not with all the warnings they've had. I am going to have a new special about storms because I don't think we're out of the woods just yet for this week. Watch my island update tomorrow. It'll come out tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. I will have a storm special about that for all you holiday makers coming out for this final 2 weeks. I mean, it's quite incredible actually to see the sky now looking so clear and looking so blue, because it just wasn't like this morning at all. Anyway, I am coming up towards we're actually, just to give you a very quick location check, I'm right around the back here of Palma Aquarium. This is a great attraction to come to. If it is raining, if you are over here on this side of the island, and it's easy for you to get to, particularly when it's raining, come to Palma Aquarium. It's open pretty much every single day, and it's one of the top sites here on the island. It really is fantastic. Especially if you've got smaller kids, and with half-term holidays coming up too, you're going to have plenty to do and see here on the island when you're over. Let me just catch up on the super chats. Oh my goodness, hang on a second, just a second. Gaz and Jules, I said thank you to you. I do hope you guys have recovered from your holiday now. June, bless you, hello, I hope you're doing well. Are you still in Menorca, June? I hope you've had a wonderful holiday. If you're still over there in Menorca. Hello to admin Anne as well, if you're watching from the Majorca Under the Sun Facebook group, currently sitting on a ferry. Go ahead and join the Majorca Under the Sun Facebook group actually. We're going to have a few posts coming out about probably Menorca this week. I'm going to ask her to post some photos on that page as well, just because it is so nearby. John and Marie and John, good evening. Oh, bless you. You're on the countdown. You've only got 348 days now until your next Mallorca holiday and you're counting down. And I have to ask, is Teddy watching? For those of you who are not part of the Majorca Under the Sun Facebook group, Teddy is a gorgeous little poodle and apparently he's a fan of the channel. And Marie posted a photo on the group and he watches the live stream. So Teddy, if you're watching, make sure your owners give you some biscuits. Anyway, look, this sun is going down here. Look at it. It's very, very pretty over here. And this is one of the best resorts actually to come and watch the sunset over here. You've got some really lovely views. And I really do recommend if you're staying anywhere over here on the island, maybe come down here and do a big long sunset walk starting from anywhere on the Playa de Palma. If you want to avoid the bit that I've just come from, I have actually just made a video from over in Arenal, the big party area. I actually feel like I've just come from a night out without having drunk any alcohol or anything. It was absolutely crazy nuts over there, and I will have a video coming out later on this week all about that if you want to see what it's like, if you want to find where the party atmosphere is on the island right at the end of the season almost. Very entertaining, got to say. But yeah, if you are over kind of on this southwest side of the island, there's a really nice sunset walk you can do, and it's the one I'm doing at the moment. Join the Playa de Palma at any point and just head on in the direction of Palma. And if you are staying in Palma, just get the bus back for the rest of it. It is really lovely. And I will have more information coming out from this area because this is one of, I think, the top winter places to come on the island, and the most affordable place to come on the island over the winter as well, because you are just a stone's throw away from Palma City. So you're going to have all the fantasticness of Palma and a little bit of beach life as well. If you get days like this in November and December, it's going to really help break up your winter a little bit. But anyway, look, as we start to edge our way into Camp Pastilla, we can start to see things getting rather busy here. And look, we've got loads of cyclists out today as well. I've noticed them all along this main road here. Check this out, look. This is how much of a top cycling destination the Playa de Palma is. Look, loads of, a whole party of cyclists down here in the bars right next to me. I must go into the chat as well. I want to see who we've got on the live. Let me just get past this group of people here. Let's have a look. Let's point the camera down the beach so you can take a look at what it's like in this direction. Who have we got on the live stream today? Emma, good afternoon. Catherine, hello. John, watching in Belfast, good afternoon. And it's sunny, which explains why we've got storms over here. You know, if you've got a sunny day in Belfast, it's going to be raining here. William, hello, how are you doing? Bobby, good afternoon. Neil, I can't see you. Are you here? I can't tell, I can't see you. Lisa, good afternoon. Neil, yes you are. And you're also in the sunny Belfast. Brilliant. Alan, you're home after a lovely week in Alcudia, but it's a bit pricey. That's the thing, isn't it? That is the thing. I think everyone's main complaint actually for the end of the summer is about the price, but then it's expensive just about everywhere. We feel it too, trust me. Is that Elaine there? You're saying that you went to the Playa de Palma in 1980. What was it like? That's what I want to know. Is it anything like it is now? Was the party area still a huge party area back in the 1980s? But we are entering more of a little bit more of a summer holiday vibe as we come on down to Pastilla. If you want to know what this area is like, we do often have panicked posts on the Majorca Under the Sun Facebook group as well, saying I've booked a holiday to the Playa de Palma and I'm a bit worried that it's going to be a bit too crazy for me. Go back and watch my videos, but we are entering what is more of a kind of a summer holiday, a little bit more of a relaxed atmosphere down this side of the resort. If you want the proper party place, you want to head on a little bit further down the beach. But you've got the same loads of restaurants, good mix of restaurants. I did make a video actually here over the summer, a little bit further on actually, showing some some of the little hidden away places, some good value places over here in Pastilla to eat in. It's coming up past the nice Italian. Loads of Italian restaurants down here actually. It's the same too with Pagari. You find loads of Italians down here. Let's head on back to the waterfront because while I started this video over outside one of the beach bars which was closed today, there's one that is still open. It's quite nice to see this open actually. Let's go and have a quick look. Now the sunbed sellers haven't done very much business today. I don't think anyone was out renting the sunbeds this morning, not with the huge deluge that we had. Karen from Sweden, good afternoon, lovely to see you here. Anders, you visited Mallorca for the first time in 1967, Arenal and the Hotel San Francisco. I know that hotel, it's still standing I do believe. Good afternoon. And I've just seen Nigel as well. Thank you very much for your super chat here. And you're just back from 9 days. Oh, you're back over in 9 days. Are there any mosquitoes about? On the basis I've just literally been bitten the second I started that live. I would say, and as well, especially after the rain that we've had on the islands over the past few days, mixed in with some very warm temperatures, I'm expecting the mozzies to be out in force. Come prepared, come prepared. Look, I'm just coming up by beach bar number 15, Balneario 15 here, which is open. Got a lovely atmosphere down here tonight, look, watching the sun going down. Absolutely love it. Really is lovely. Kerry, thank you very much for your super chat. Only 38 more hours until you're back in Puerto Poyensa. Brilliant. So you're going to be flying over, if my maths serves me well, you're going to be flying over, is that Tuesday morning? I think it might be. Have a safe trip over. I think we will be having better weather actually as we go on through the week, particularly from Wednesday onwards. But like I said, we're not quite out of the woods just yet weather-wise. And I do know today that unfortunately we've had some big delays over at Palma Airport. It seems now every time it does rain, we do get delays. And this is simply for safety. Obviously the planes don't like flying through storms. So, and we did see as well on the Facebook group today quite a few people commenting and last night about the flying conditions, not only over at Palma Airport but over at Ibiza Airport as well. So like I said, go and join the group, go and check out those posts. We've had quite a lot of information on there about the storms this weekend. And like I said, I'll have more information all about what you can expect this week as well. But like I said, I hope this video just puts your minds at rest, because every time I pop open my phone and look at the weather forecast, it just looks like it's days of rain. And well, it hasn't been like this, not with this really incredible change to the weather that we've had today. Look, we're just coming up outside the El Cid. People sitting out on the little terrace here, having a few drinks. But the good news is about the airport though, that the flights are coming in. I can just see one coming in here, look. Try and zoom in on it, let's see if you can pick it out. Let's have a quick look. Look, you can just see it coming in over the bay here, over the beach. Flights are back running. Conditions are back to normal now, and they're probably playing a little bit of catch up on the timetables for today. Just take one more quick look down the beach as well. just from this angle. See how busy it is. Oh, Hugh, bless you. Enjoy the videos, and yourself and your wife Anne will be heading to Northern Ireland, home on a flight tomorrow at 7 a.m. You've had a great holiday in Magaluf. That's fantastic to hear. That is really, really fantastic to hear. I have also got a video out on the channel from over in Magaluf too this weekend. Go and check that out. Super chats. I see another one on the channel as well. Look, thank you very much to Kerry. I've already said a thank you to you. Thank you very much, Kerry. I'm going up and down with the chat. Every time I move the chat, it pings its way to the end, and then I kind of lose my way a little bit. But anyway, look, loads of people out this afternoon. I'm outside the Rolling Beach Cafe Bar. I think this pretty much stays open. This Yayao yogurt shop is really delicious. And I bet people were thinking they won't be out this afternoon either. Let's keep heading along. Look, you can see where the little sunspots are, and it's in any of these restaurants along the waterfront here. Look, get yourself a few sundowners and check out the views. We've even got a luxury yacht in the bay. I don't know whose that is, but somebody's having a very lovely time. With regards to the colours of the flags on the beach today, I don't know, because when I got down to Arenal, it was about 5 o'clock, and I think the lifeguards have gone home, so I'm not quite sure about the water quality, but I'll have more information about that tomorrow. Let's keep going. I do want to get into the chat a bit more. Let me have a look. Problem is the sun is right in my face here, so a little bit hard to see. How bad was the storm? You're coming out in 3 days and you can't wait. Don't worry too much. We are going to have some more rain. But like I said, we're not out of the woods yet rain-wise, but it's been a very different experience from all over the islands. It has not been... we all haven't had the same weather conditions in the past 24 hours. And now it is very warm, it is very muggy. We haven't quite had the sustained temperature drop either. I thought we would have been plunged into autumn today, but we haven't been at all. It's just the temperatures have gone right back up again, which is good news for you guys coming over. I know it can be a little bit hit and miss if you're coming out to Mallorca at this time of year. Let me just go back into the chat. Here we go. Let me just give you a quick, nice view. Look at this. Look, Marcelo's around the corner from the KFC. Outstanding tapas. Where are we? Have I just gone powering around here? Now, don't forget as well, we've got the Manchester pub, which I've just basically come tearing past just around the KFC. Go back and check my last video from over here in Pastilla, filmed in the summer. I went to go and take a look at the Manchester pub, and they are super friendly in there. Really, really nice people. And I think Marcelo's is just around that area as well. Pretty sure of it. If I knew my camera would work, I'd go in there now actually. But it's a nice little busy, bustling bar with super friendly staff. And look at this. So we are at 6:21 over here in Spain at the moment. And this is what the light is like at this time of the day. Obviously in the summer we have much longer days, but you can see autumn trying to creep in very gradually here. Got much shorter days. It warms up kind of around 11ish in the morning. Let's keep heading round. Look, here's the stop for the land train to my right hand side. Look, it's packed up, taking people back to down the Playa de Palma, back in the direction of Arenal. But this beach is absolutely huge as well. Neil, thank you very much. Yes, if everybody, all over 200 and 20 of you, if you could please hit the thumbs up button and hit it on your phone, subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't done so already. I make video guides. I also put out some holiday news, some travel news for you to help you out with your holiday. Travel tips, walk-arounds, the whole lot to help prepare you for your Mallorca holiday. I've got a video out on the channel as well about the whole EES, which started today in Europe, not over here in Palma. I'm just going to pan the camera around it very slowly. And also, I do believe, and I never see this, there's a hype button as well somewhere underneath the video. Please press that hype button. If you press the hype button, it helps promote the video to others. I think you get 3 hypes a week or something like that. But if you watch any of my videos and you enjoy them and they've given you some kind of value, please go and hit that hype button if it is available to you on your phone. I haven't actually seen it, but people have told me about it, which is quite bizarre, but it does exist. Oh, look at that for a shot. How nice is that? Look, check that out. Look, we've got a palm tree right in front of the sun there. Ricky from Buenos Aires, buenas tardes. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Andy, soon I'll be coming up to Bona Ona, the Bona Ona webcam. We sit watching that sometimes when we're just wishing you're back there. Do you know what? I didn't know that there was a webcam over on the Bona Ona. I didn't know at all, but I'll come up by it in just a second. Michael, you're asking if we can see Arenal from here. Yes, we can, and I'm going to zoom in now. Hang on a second. Look, Arenal is right down here. It's this bit, and it's where I went just before I came over here to Pastilla, down to, well, the centre part of the Playa de Palma. But it's right at the end, and you can reach it just by following the whole waterfront down. It all kind of like joins into one resort. Anders, you're saying you could tell stories from Torreno and Plaza Gormilla and Tito's from the 70s and 80s and Robert Graves. Do you know what? I'd love to know some of these stories as well. Drop me an email, Anders, on alex@mallorcaunderthesun.com. I know that area has a huge amount of history, and I remember, actually I had a subscriber, I think he's given up watching now because I haven't actually been back there to film. Benny, I think he is called, always asked me to go to film around Gormilla. But I'd love to know a little bit more about that area. That was before my Mallorca holiday days. So if you've got any good stories, drop me an email. I'd love to know them. Now we're coming up to the section of the beach actually that if you are down here at this time of the year, and it does get a little bit on the windy side and it can get windy down here, this is the side you want to come to if you want to get some sunshine. It's right off the main beach. As you can see, you've got the main beach in front of Pastilla here, but if you just keep on walking, and my goodness, that there are people in the water tonight. I just can't believe it. Please watch my video tomorrow about that. But as we just come along a little bit further, we've got quite a nice sheltered beach here right by the beach club. And if it's windy, you literally can't feel the wind down this side. But look at the water there, look, that's some of the rain that's not being drained away. Okay, I'm over by the Bona Ona. Can I see the webcam? Normally I'm quite good at spotting them. Can I see it? Quite possibly, it might be there, possibly. I don't know. There's a Bona Ona cafe and there's a Bona Ona rental shop, I do believe. Let me know if I'm on it. But even though we had just a horrendous weather forecast this morning and we had severe weather warnings, I had a severe weather warning pop up on my phone this morning saying, you know, warning, severe rain and storms. I mean, it's just amazing that I'm walking down here a few hours later. It really is incredible. And that was why I didn't schedule my live stream until now, until a couple of hours ago. I had wanted to go up to Puerto Poyensa. I might actually be heading that way tomorrow, so look out for me. I'd also wanted to pop into Camp Picafor as well. We've got viewer Frank over on the monkey tour. in Cam Picafor, and I would have loved to have caught up with him, but I couldn't really travel anywhere yesterday with the weather warnings in place and the horrific weather they had over there. And I think he's heading off tomorrow. But look at this, look how lovely it is this afternoon. Andy, you're saying, it looks at the bay, the shower is right in the middle of the, and you haven't finished your sentence. Diane, good afternoon. You're saying your mum and dad stayed at the El Cid in the 1970s and you can't believe it's still there. It is very much there. Shout out to Mel's Bar. Yes, big shout out to Mel's Bar. June, first holiday to Arenal in 1985 at the Tourist Park Hotel. Brilliant. Ben, you're coming to Camp Pastilla on the 19th and you'll be doing that walk a week today. Brilliant. Oh, bless you, Caroline. You said you've been hyping the videos. Thank you very much. Glyn, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I hope you finished work. I hope you've had a good Sunday. Just swipe across to where you make a comment to hype a video. Really? Do you know what? I never knew that. So I need to hype some other creators as well. I never knew that. I'm going to have to take a look at that. I've been told about it by viewers to the channel, and I'm like, what's hyping? So thank you very much, Glyn, for explaining how to do that. I should know, but thanks to you guys for helping me out with that. Look, you can see more rain here, look. It hasn't soaked into the sands. I hope these views are okay for you this afternoon as well. I hope I'm delivering on the sunset walk. We haven't had a full sunset walk and I haven't been down here live streaming over here in on the Playa de Palma since I think about May, quite possibly. So it has been a fair stretch. I've not been live streaming from this area of the island. I know it's not one of our most popular resorts, but I do like to try and get out and about and show you some different areas of the island. So I'm not quite sure how much filming I'm going to be able to get done this week with the slightly dodgy weather that we do have forecast at certain times of the day, on certain days. You see where I'm right by the little Club Nautico. Nikki, you've just seen me on a webcam. I missed it. Ned, hello, greetings from Germany. Just arrived back home from the Playa de Palma. Brilliant, and we'll be back down there on Friday. My God, that's a quick. Do you just go home for a quick rest before heading back again? Go home to recover, come back for another holiday. Look at that view, isn't that pretty? Anyway, I'm hoping we're going to get even more lovely views over Palma City and looking out over towards Palma Nova and Magaluf as well, right across on the other side of the bay. I'll tell you what, if that continues raining, the mosquitoes on that standing water are not going to be fun this week. Don't forget your mozzie spray. Do not forget your mozzie spray or your mozzie protector or whatever. So, a few people out having dinner. I can see the Maui restaurant isn't open today on a Sunday. It'll probably be open during the week. And I'm wondering if today some places just decided not to open. The 12th of October is also a public holiday over here in Majorca, and because it falls on the Sunday, we're going to find tomorrow that some places around the island will be taking a catch-up holiday. I'd suspect that most places will actually be open, especially in the resorts, because well, we're coming to the end of the season and we're going to be in for a very, very long holiday in as of the 1st of November, which I'm sure every resident is really excited by, because there'll be hardly anybody here, which will be quite sad actually. So, as always, I much prefer the islands with people on it, having fun, but I'll get more onto what Mallorca offers you in the winter months as well, and you may be very surprised to find out you can still get some sun over here, even in the colder winter months. Just 2 hours flight away from most European airports. Arroces, here we go. Look, I'm just seeing some prices here. Look. Mixed paella, €17, absolutely bargain. fideuà, which is like a kind of a pasta rice dish. And this is basically over in a little restaurant that we have here in the Club Nautico. We've got the Payasita as well. This little collection of really fab restaurants here. You can easily make your way through these while you're over here on holiday. See a nice paella being served. Oh, look at that plane just that came into land. It's taken off again. I don't know if you just saw that. Sometimes happens actually. John might know more about that. I'm pretty sure you've told me in the past, John, why that happens. Sometimes you get a plane coming into land and then it just changes its mind and takes off again for whatever reason. But look, we're just coming down now into Cala Estancia, little bay. It's a very little shelter bay actually. Just walk down here a little bit just so you can get some better views of this area, because I appreciate we're right here in the sun. All that food's smelling good. Just walk up the side here. I don't think I've walked up here in the live before. I'll just show you as well. Look, we've got some loos, we've got a little medical centre here as well. But if you want to see what Cala Estancia is like, right across the way, we're going to walk down there in just a moment too, but got a nice little line of restaurants, nice little beach here as well, look, and some hotels in this area too. It's a go, John, thank you. It's a go round. When the conditions are not right for landing, then you see the plane take off again. It'll kind of loop its way around the island. In fact, we'll see it in a minute coming in again. It'll have another attempt. I've been on one of those flights before, and I remember when I was working over at my last job, and we had views of the runway. I remember watching my mum coming in on the flight actually, and I was thinking, all right, there, I'm tracking a flight, in she comes, and she's gone again. And it loops back around the island before making a second attempt at landing. You may well have experienced that too. Don't worry too much if that happens to you. Oh, look, this is a sad sight. Look, we can see the first of the umbrellas coming down here from Cala Estancia. It looks like they're going to start taking off some of the sunbeds off the beach. Literally my least favourite time of year, this. It really is. When you start having the slow tidy up of the resorts, it's just, it's so sad. And often, and I've said it before, as we go on into November, we still have this lovely weather as well. So it's always so surprising when we see the resorts being closed down. On flight radar. Oh, thank you, Brian. That was a flight from Barcelona that we saw coming in and then heading on back out again. Dan, is that Dan? Dan or Don? Don, you're saying you've never been to Playa de Palma, but it looks like a great place to visit. This is why I always try and take you to different areas of the island, and there are some places as well that I've just not got to this year, especially with the weather as well. It's been a little bit on the tricky side, and I have been pretty busy this past 4 weeks as well. I had hopes to get out and about with the cooler temperatures, but we've just not really had the weather, the guaranteed weather. And I don't think we're going to get it this week as well. I think I'm going to be able to film for a few days, but whatever the weather tomorrow, I am going to head up to Puerto Poyensa, and I will have a video out from there. But look, just to show you the severity of the water of the storm that we had over here in Palma, look. This will be an outlet here from the land that's taken a lot of the runoff into the water. Just see someone there swimming. David, you're saying it's a toga take-off go-round. That's brilliant. I'm going to remember this. I'm a bit of a plane geek. I do love the terminology as well. Having worked at the airport, and I didn't work for the airport. I worked for a travel company, but I I was absolutely in my element when my desk was in front of the runway, and I think I only had that desk for about, I think it's about 8 or 9 months, and then after that I never sat in front of the runway again, probably because I wasn't getting very much work done. It's too fascinating actually watching all the planes go out, so maybe I should have gone for a career in air traffic control, but anyway. But yeah, this is a lovely little bay, and especially for you extreme day trippers as well. I do have a video on the channel which I filmed almost a year ago from over here, talking about an ideal extreme day trip that you can do at this time of year. If you get on an early flight, you're 5 minutes on the bus from the airport. Come over here for the morning, come and have some nice lunch. Go for a swim, head on into Palma in the afternoon and evening, and take the bus back at night to get the last flight back to wherever you've flown out from, and avoid an expensive hotel stay. Glyn, you've just done it again. Thank you, Diane. Glyn, I am warning you. That is another warning. I'm going to give you again. You've mentioned the C word once again, and in fact, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. We're not allowed to mention that word on the channel until the Christmas lights go on. I've just mentioned it again, and that's going to be nanoseconds after the season ends as well. Really, I will ask you actually, have you seen any evidence of the C word where you are from in the world at the moment? Because I do believe there's some places that are now getting all set up and they're getting their wares out. But it hasn't come here quite yet, so thank goodness. It's one of the reasons why I love living here actually, because at least when I moved here as well, we never saw any sign of the C word until about the 8th of December, the public holidays that we had at the beginning of December. And it really was just a few weeks. Now they've drawn it out, they've strung it out like pretty much most people have, but not to the extent that you're going to find in some places around the world. Look, I'm just walking down this little area of bars and restaurants, and somebody did give a big shout out to Mel's Bar. It's closed, but there is a sign here saying that Mel's Bar is opening at 7:30. It's a little hidden British pub here, a little British bar. If you want to find this in amongst what is an essentially, it's very local and also a very popular Germans resort as well. Mel's Bar is very, very popular. So I had to just highlight that. So I feel bad now, I'm not going to have a look at the Manchester. I kind of went steaming past that, but just walked to the end. Now I've got to say, and I'm whispering here, but some of these restaurants just down this bit here, they're a bit on the pricey side. I mean, they're very nice and everything, but they are just a little bit expensive. Mel offers really good value. Just saying that. I'll keep my voice down. Anyway, look, let's go to the end. Look, you may have seen in the summer as well, they've got this nice little kind of lounge area. We have a nice little point as well to walk around here. I think we'll go in this direction, we'll get the sun back as well. And one thing I absolutely love about the autumn and the winter is the sunsets that we get from down here. And I can often be found, maybe on a Saturday or any other afternoon, walking down in Portichol area and the Ciudad Jardin area, which is just a little bit further along from here. And I might film down there this winter actually, just to show you how absolutely glorious it is. It's kind of a part of Mallorca that you just will not see. Let me just look, I can show you where we've just come from. We've just come from over here, Cala Estancia. We've walked around the corner, then just walked round here too. Will I be live streaming the marathon? No, I won't be live streaming the marathon. That is going to be held. I've seen the posters up on the Paseo Maritimo, and that's going to be next weekend, actually, next Sunday. And I'd have to walk in actually, because the public transport does kind of stop, but I'd like to get out to some of the other resorts for the final Sundays of the season. Let me know, is there anyone coming over here to run the marathon? I definitely won't be running it. You're running in it. Brilliant. And who's this? Who have we got here? You have to say what your name is. You've got one of those YouTube subscriber names. Generation it's you've put here or something, I don't know. Gloria, hello. Pastilla is looking fabulous this evening. How are you doing? Lovely to see you here on the live. Marcus, only 25 weeks until Easter. That's what I like to hear. We're going to have the countdown to Easter. Don't get me wrong, I do like Christmas, but I like Christmas for the Christmas period that it is, not from October going into almost February, which is well, it's almost become over here. So look, we've got a plane coming in. Can you see this? Ow, I've just been bitten again. We've got some little no-see-ums here. Get off, ouch. So if you're in doubt that the mozzies are bad, look, this is an EasyJet flight coming in. Anybody on flight radar at the moment, let us know which flight this is. It is an EasyJet flight. I'm wondering actually this might be coming in from Gatwick, just looking at the time. Could quite possibly be a Gatwick flight coming in at this time of day. Might be a bit early for that one coming in though. Yes, Brian, I did want to go up to Camp Pickerfort as well. This was on my hit list this weekend. And I absolutely love live streaming from over there as well. It's one of my favourite live stream places, especially going along the beach as well, where the resort just blends into the beach. It might have to be a recorded video from over there now. We'll see how we get on. I've got a couple of resorts left on my hit list for the summer season before we head on into the winter. Oh, we've got another one coming in as well. This is going to turn into a plane spotting live stream, I think. We're literally in the best place here. We've got the setting sun. We've got planes coming in. If I was sitting in a little restaurant here, I'd grab myself a drink. I'd have flight radar open and we'll be seeing who's coming to the islands this afternoon. But look, we can just see another plane coming down. I'm not sure who. Is this Ryanair? It's a Ryanair. Ryanair from Krakow. Do you know what? I wish we had all these flights running over the winter. It's such a shame that they shut down many of these routes over the winter season, because I'd very much like to get out and about in Europe to some of these places. Oh, look at this, look, traditional Mallorquin fishing boat out on the water. Now this is probably going to look pretty bad because I'm zooming in quite a lot. Hold on, let me just line this up. Can you see that? Look at that. How nice is that, look? I bet he didn't expect to go out today either. So hopefully those flights are getting back to normal over at the airport now. I'm sure they're trying to catch up on their delays. I'm hoping things will be more or less back to normal-ish tomorrow. But every time I see it's going to be a rainy day over at Palma Airport now, I do worry. If you are travelling this week, please watch my island update from last Monday. And I'm just going to give you the same advice in it as well, because I did hear that people had got caught out over at the airport. Just please make sure you take some food with you. Watch that update, just get all that information, but take food, take a book, just be prepared, take your patience. So we're coming up by the Puro Beach Club, the very fancy white Puro Beach Club, which you can probably see from the plane actually. If you're sitting on the right hand side of the plane, if you're coming over Palma Bay, you'll see it standing out. Oh, is that a British Airways or is that Air France? I think it's Air France coming in. Quite possibly. Here's another really nice little, it's Eurowings from Hamburg. Do you know what? That was in the back of my mind. I was thinking, have I just said Air France when it's actually a Eurowings? Thank you very much for that. Colin, I can hear the sarcasm there, look. It wasn't my intention to upset anyone. I'm sorry, sorry Diane. You know, Colin, the mention of the C word, it does it every time. Um, we're all extremely offended and upset, as you can tell. By the way, if you are watching from America, that's we're just being sarcastic. But anyway, the next one. Oh, here we go. Look, we've got a bit of so we can actually name the flight coming in here. Right, I'm going to let you know it's coming down over the bay. So I absolutely love live streaming from here as well. So we have got. Is this coming in from Leeds? Hang on a second. No, the next one is from Warsaw. It's the lot B737. Goodness, well we've got the Polish flights in this afternoon. So we're coming up to this little rocky area here, and look, the sun's now it's kind of like dipping down a little bit behind the clouds. It's getting a little bit on the hazy side. Sorry, I'm late to the chat. Am I taking the worst of the? Are you taking it the worst of the storm is over? Yes. If you've just joined the live stream, I wanted to give you a little bit of good news today. That the weather that we've had this weekend, if you've seen it on social media, if you've seen the news. And you've probably seen as well the newspaper reviews as well, saying they've had terrible weather over here in Mallorca. I'm over here in Palma. I'm looking out over the southwest of the islands, and we've got Palma City to our right-hand side. Over, way off in the distance, you can actually just see the hotels from Magaluf and Palma Nova way off, and it has brightened up. But we are not quite out of the woods yet weather-wise. I will have an islands update for you tomorrow. And I might even be filming it in the rain as well, so let's see how that goes. I'm going to be heading Puerto Poyensa way. And it is looking like we might have a few showers from over there. Oh, look, check this out. Look, so this one, we've had a couple of Polish flights. This is Ryanair coming in from Milan this afternoon. I'm not sure if that's Malpensa. No, it probably will be Bergamo. No? I think, quite possibly. Both wonderful destinations that I've been to this summer. I'm going to highly recommend them, actually. Bless you, Marie. Yes, please hit the like and subscribe button and help me out. We are entering the time of the season where my channel falls off a cliff in terms of anyone wanting to watch it, because you're all gearing up to the C word that we mentioned earlier, that whole Christmas thing. And well, Mallorca videos do go slightly off the boil. I'll still bring you some content from over here on the island, and even some of that Christmas content as well. We're just looking out towards Puro Beach here. I'm just on the far side of Cala Estancia here. We're just wandering into the Palma area, the wider Palma area. I'm going to keep going a little bit further. And I'm also right outside of the Allure Sol Palma Hotel. It's a 4-star hotel. I highly recommend it if you like watching planes coming into land, because particularly the hotel rooms right at the front, you're going to have a bird's eye view. And I'm surprised some of the guests aren't out there on the balconies with binoculars. I'm pretty sure I would be. Oh my goodness. We've got a birthday. Is that Danielle? Can I say a happy birthday to your daughter, Lily? Happy 10th daughter. I'm reading it, a happy 10th birthday. And her granddad. And you're coming over to celebrate both of the birthdays. Brilliant. Happy birthday, Lily. I hope you've had a really, really lovely birthday today. And enjoy your holiday when you come out as well. And make sure Grandad as well buys you some sweets too. Your mum probably won't, but make sure your Grandad does. He will do. He remembers the old days. Well, I've got to say, we have got some lovely views here tonight. It's looking pretty lovely. So we're coming right up to the point that the planes are actually coming in. I'm going to go and stand up on the point here. Let's see if we can get some more nice views over Palma before I head home this evening. And we are entering more of a residential area, just past this Alua Sala hotel. It is more of a residential area, and I had a really good friend living in this area. She's since moved now and got her own place, but this is a fabulous spot. Right, who have we got coming in here? Look at this, let's just zoom in. Zoom in a little bit. We have got coming across the bay. Can anybody tell me? Air Europa from Barcelona. It's 2.5 hours late. No way. Now, is that a shared flight with Vueling? That may well be the case, actually. Sometimes you find that the Air Europa flights do share, they code share with Vueling, and they stick everyone onto the same plane, especially from the Barcelona flights. Now, the point we've got to now, look, we're just looking out over Palma City, and I'm going to zoom in here, but you can see all of Palma City and all its glory, and well, you can't quite make out the cathedral, but it is literally somewhere just right in front of my finger there too. Guys, thank you very much for joining me this afternoon on an absolutely gorgeous day. I didn't think I would say that after we had this awful weather this morning. Just get out of the way, people walking by me. Anyway, thank you so much for your really super generous super chats. I can't believe how many people joined me this afternoon as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I am going to be out and about on the island, and let me just turn the camera around. I'll be out and about on the islands this week as much as I possibly can be, actually, given the weather forecast for the beginning of the week. I'm going to give you one more plane as we come to the end of this live stream tonight. Look, oh, that's a very pretty one. Look, it's all painted. Which one's that? Not quite sure who that is coming in. But if you are staying in this resort, you can also enjoy these same views that I'm enjoying tonight, every single day of your holiday if you want to. Faith, I've just seen you on the live. Lovely you've joined as well, and to everyone else as well I can see. I will be somewhere else next weekend, fingers crossed. Hopefully the weather will be a little bit better than we had today. We'll be able to get out a little bit further. And that flight was the Eurowings coming in from Prague. Thanks for all the help with the plane spotting this evening, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Anyway, have an amazing Sunday from wherever you're watching in the world. Don't forget to catch my Islands update tomorrow. I'll be back down here in Pastilla at some point, probably over the winter as well. You'll see what it's like, and watch out as well for my video coming out from over in Arenal. It'll be a good one. Anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.